I think the style is exactly right for the band, because, I mean, it has that, you know, it has that rough feel of, okay, it's one person with a camera, because they kind of still, you know, these are not arena rock guys, these are guys still kind of trying to make it. But at the same time, there's obviously some professionalism behind it because the lights aren't blowing out. Everything's exposed correctly, I can see what's going on.
Thank you.
Like, it's
Wow,
nice.
she makes me feel good.
It's that good, I don't know, it's got a good amount of polish. If it was more polished than that, I start to doubt the band when I think kind of part of the point of them is their genuineness.
Well, I tried to capture, and as you know, what's hard, a lot of videos, especially you see on YouTube, the audio is awful because it's just the microphones. And so what I was also exploring in this, and this first time I actually tried it, is recording front of house sound on Soundtrack Pro on my Mac, taking it back into Final Cut, syncing that up along with the stereo mics on the camera, which you kind of get with his amps and stuff. You kind of get that gritty sound on stage, kind of playing around with that. So, and I was actually pretty pleased, as good, because front of house usually isn't a very good record mix. So I felt pretty good about that too. So.
Okay, any questions for Mike? So, thank you.
Last but not least, Karis.
And we'll,
I'm a PC person, so
see what happens with the technology.
What, you have to go to a certain site? Or?
no, I just wanna like I'm more comfortable.
Okay. Sit back here.
You sure you don't want, you got it encoded on?
No, it's like a CD player.
We can, no, actually, no. I haven't had any issues with my CD drive, so.
I figured.
Yeah, I just did this once. Better to go back into PC.
I don't know why I own a Mac once and I never liked it.
Oh, I won't have to touch a PC. I mean, I'll work on it, but I won't have to own one.
Why not?
I don't like it. It's horrible. Except for a few things. Mac's better. So much better art style.
You and I, only two. Purple and red. I'll never forget this.
But this one looks like an old model, like maybe 2005. It's the new one.
No, 2007.
2007?
Yeah, January 2007.
Wow. It looks so simple. Like my friend is like more complex.
Simple, complex.
Yeah.
And everyone distance. Oh. Even one on our team that I want to be part of this. It was very intimidating. And you know the funny thing is that the stuff we were talking about is what you're talking about. We were ahead of our time. It was not great. It was not great. So unfortunate. I got 3 of those. So that one actually is the hardest one because no, they don't even do that. I mean, they get on Facebook and it's like that's it. So we're revamping that, and then we're taking these grad portions of that and we're turning it into a show where we're going to experiment with this type of thing. Okay.
Okay. Well, my name is Karis Dondeli and I'm a junior at UT. And like I'm majoring in animation, but let's say 4 years ago I discovered that I had musical talent. So I've been into music for like a while. First I was introduced to this software. It's made by Sonic. It's called Magic's Music Maker. But it's like the software itself has like sample that been produced by music producers. So you can just play along with it. It's like if you want to make conga music, they give you all these samples and you just play along with it. But after I got introduced to Fruity Loops, then I actually got to get into music making. Like I had no clue whatsoever, so I had to play along with it. First, I'll like to say a little bit of my music. Every of my music that I make has kind of like a story to it. And for what you're about to hear, I'm an 80s freak. Let's say like that. I love the 80s so much I can listen to it over and over. And like people will ask me like talk about this new band that just came. I'm like, who are they? Like I don't care. Like the big artists today, Beyonce, Alicia Keys, those kind of artists like that. But I'm still into old school. So this first track, some of you might be familiar with it. I'll play little by little, but let's see if you guys will enjoy this. Let's see. Is there a sound connected to this or?
Oh, yeah, I plug it back in.
Okay, yeah, let's see. Okay. It's kind of dark, but you might be familiar. It's a remix. Do you know where it's from? Sometimes. But I made it more slower, like because the beat is a tan, so I tried to make it slower. The reason why pushed me to make this because I hated Rihanna version, SOS. I didn't like it, so I was like, forget it. I'm not gonna. But that's just most of our music has like I have to be in a good mood to make it. So. But this one is a little taste. But I try to play along with different sound, like different genre. So I call my style techno hip hop rock because there is no way to describe my genre to put it specifically because you think it's hip hop, but you hear some crazy stuff in it. You're like, it's not hip hop.
So what do you call it?
Techno rock, like hip hop, like techno. Yeah, like
I'm having a problem.
yeah, I'm cutting the words, putting it in. The next one is I experiment with orchestra, jazz, and a little bit of hip hop. So. And I love bells, so every track has some bells. Like to play along since I love the 80s so much. I go into early 80s demos and I slice the beats to mix it with it. I'll show you like let's see right here. That drum there, it's 80s demo, so I love to play along with different sounds. So the next one I'm about to play, like because every artist has to like you just don't want to come out to people and be like, listen to my music. First they have to know what kind of music it is before they can be interested. So in August I made like a 7-song CD that has like an intro to my genre because I had a CD before that, but that was when I was doing experiment. But this one, whenever a person hears it, can tell my style. So the first track that I'm about to play here, it's called Caris Transform. It's me being transformed in music, like my new style. So.
And you made the CD yourself?
Yeah, all the design everywhere. And this one, all Fruity Loops. And I love drum. Like all of my songs are more like drama, like soundtrack. Like this one, I actually made it for my future cartoon. And like this Christmas, I made an all original Christmas track because I'm so tired of hearing the jingle bell for how long? 70 years, and I'm like, can someone please bring something new? Except Josh Grogan, the artist. He's good.
So where do we buy your Christmas CD? Because I'm tired of hearing it too. I want it at Barnes and Noble. I want it in the store.
I think like I'll give you a hint of my Christmas song. I think I have it the last one. No, it's different. It's different. Let's see.
Is it an 80s version of Chestnuts Roasting?
This one. I call it Shooting Star because the story behind the album is the green